Welcome everybody to the channel, and today we've got game 4 in our first round series of the best teams of the 70s tournament. 1970 Minnesota taking on the 79 Seattle Mariners, and if you didn't know, this is the best team of the decade for each franchise. So 79 Seattle, they only had like 3 teams to choose from, and that was the best of the 3. Got good years from Bruce Bochy, or whatever. I can't pronounce it. I always forget how to pronounce that. I think it's Bochy, or something like that. And Willie Horton had a good season towards the end of his career. They had some good players on that team. Minnesota, meanwhile, was a really good team in 1970. They won 98 games that year, and they're up 3-0. They pretty much handled their business against the Mariners. And today, Glenn Abbott, future Tiger on the 84 team, takes the mound. He, with his 5.17 ERA and 4.10 record, takes on now I can't remember who's pitching for Minnesota. Zepp. We'll look at him when they take the field. But right now, here's what their defense looks like. Pachorik's in left today. Now that the DH is in play here in the American League Park, Willie Horton, who was playing right field in the first 2 games, and immediately it paid dividends for the Minnesota's Cardenas hit a inside the park home run as Willie Horton misplayed a ball in right, but now he's in his DH spot. Leon Roberts will take right field. Rupert Jones in center. So defensively, they're not too bad. Mendoza's at Cruz are pretty good infielders in the middle of the lineup. Bochy is a good first baseman. Meyer's a weak spot at third. So let's get this game started to see if the Twins can put the Mariners out of their misery here. Here's Cesar Tovar to lead it off. Tovar is batting .357, 5 hits and 14 at bats for the center fielder for Minnesota. First pitch, 5-3-4. That's going to be the pitch. First pitch of the game finds Tovar's right shoulder. And now he's going to try to roll on the D action chart. 4-6. And he's in there with a stolen base. So Tovar's at second base with nobody out. And here comes Rod Carew, probably the hottest hitter on this Minnesota club. 667. He's 8 for 12. He has been a hit machine here in this series. 4-4-5. There's a ground ball to short. Checks back Tovar. Mendoza over to first, one away. They get Carew, and that'll bring up Tony Oliva. Oliva, 385, with 2 runs batted in this series. Pitch to Oliva, 2-4-5. There's a base hit. And he's going to hold. So a line single from Oliva puts runners at the corners with only 1 out. And here comes probably the second hottest hitter in this lineup, Harmon Killebrew. Clubbed a couple home runs. He's 6 for 13. 6 runs batted in. The pitch to Killebrew. 6-5-1. He swings and misses.
Here's a swing, and he missed it. That was a high hard one that jammed him and struck him out.
A mighty swing. That'll bring up Grant Alia. Alia batting. Alia or Alia? 308. Look at that. First 5 hitters in that lineup are hitting all over 300 in the series. This Seattle starting rotation has not slowed this Minnesota team down. The pitch, 1-5-1. And there's a ground ball. Shortstop Mendoza's up with it, over to first, and the side is retired. They strand a runner. We head to the bottom of the first. It's no score here in Seattle. Bill Zepp on the mound for the Twins. He was 9-4 with a 3.22 ERA in 1970. He takes the mound against these Mariners who have struggled at the plate. And speaking of strength, 1 for 13 is Julio Cruz. He leads it off. 3-3-6. It is going to be a little flare, but it's going to be caught. Center fielder Tovar comes in and makes the grab for the first out. Cruz made a bid for a hit there, but Tovar able to run it down. Here comes Rupert Jones, 273 with a couple RBIs. 5-1-6. He walked him. So Rupert Jones draws a 1-out walk. And here comes Bote. Bruce Bote, 273. 5-4-6. Ground ball to third. He'll throw to second for 1, but no relay. So a fielder's choice. 2 outs and 1 on. And Bote is going to roll on the F action chart. 5 and a 1. And a 4. Hey! Threw him down. Mitterwald has had some good luck. I think that's like his 3rd base runner he's thrown out in this series. And that'll end the inning. We go to the top of the second. No score here in Seattle. Here's Rich Reese to lead it off. Reese, the first baseman, batting .231. He's been pretty quiet. 5-1-3. Walked him. A leadoff walk to start the second inning, and that'll bring up Mitterwald. Mitterwald hitting just 154, but one of those, he's 2 for 13. One of the hits was a home run. He's driven in 3. The pitch, 5-4-5. 5-4-5, fly ball, center field. Rupert Jones backs up a couple steps, makes the grab for the first out. That'll bring up the DH today. Or, I'm sorry, the... yes, DH. I don't know why I was thinking this was Seattle. Rennick batting .200 with a home run and 3 RBI. He had a home run in the Big Ten 2 win in Game 3. 4-1-4. On the ground, this could be trouble. Mendoza can't make the play. Everybody's safe. He knocked it down, but unable to make a play. And that's an infield hit. So Twins have first and second with 1 out. And here comes Cardenas. 300 with a home run and 2 RBI. 5-5-3. And he walked him. The bases are going to be loaded, and Abbott's in trouble here. Top of the lineup for Minnesota. Bases loaded. Tovar was hit by a pitch his first time up. Pitch. 5-4-4. That's going to be a ground ball to second. They'll get their force at second, but that's going to get a run in. And Twins take the 1-0 lead on the fielder's choice by Tovar. His hustle down the line gets him an RBI. 2 outs, runners at the corner, and here comes Carew. 3-5-4. There's a drive into the gap. This might score everybody. Rounding third is Tovar. He'll score as well. And Carew's got himself a 2-run double. 3-0 Twins. Here comes Tony Oliva. Singled his first time up. 6-5-1. Struck him out. That'll end the inning, but the Twins get 3 runs. The big hit being the 2-run double by Rod Carew. And it's 3-0 Twins. Here comes Willie Horton to lead it off for the Seattle Mariners. 273. 3-2-1. Short fly ball to right. Oliva will make the grab for the out. Here comes Dan Meyer. Forgot about Dan Meyer too. He had a pretty good season for Seattle. Another future Tiger. No, he was a former Tiger. He played for the Tigers in the 70s, mid-70s. 278, 20 home runs that year. He's batting 250 in this tournament. Pitch to Dan Meyer, 3-3-3. This one's a little flare. And that's going to be caught by the right fielder, Oliva, for the second out. Seattle just can't catch a break here. Here's Leon Roberts. 5-3-3. And he is walked ball 4. That's the second walk given up by Zepp. It's going to bring up Tom Paciorek. Paciorek hitting 600, 3 for 5 since he's been in the lineup. 4-2-5. On the ground to short, Cardenas over to first. Inning over. We go to the third. It's Minnesota 3-0 over Seattle here at the Kingdome. Here's Killebrew to lead it off. He struck out his first time up. Four, 4-3. Ground ball to third. Meyer over to first. 1 away. Here's Brant Alia. Alia grounded out his first time up. 3-6-2. There's a line drive caught by Mendoza. Mendoza with a nice play. 2 away. It's going to leave it up to Rich Reese. He walked his first time up. 1-3-2. He's popped him up. Popped him up on the infield. Cruz will make the grab, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Twins. We head to the bottom of the third. 3-0 Twins. Here's Bob Stinson to lead it off, the catcher. Batting 200 in the series. 6-5-1. He got him on strikes. 1 away. Here comes Mario Mendoza. 0 for 7 in the series. They put in Larry Milbourne for Game 3. But Mendoza back in the lineup today. The pitch to Mendoza. 3-1-4. There's a drive. This might be extra bases. It will be. But they're going to throw him out at third as he tries to stretch a double into a triple. Mendoza. Not a smart play there with the down 3 runs. He runs them into a second out, and now nobody on for Julio Cruz. Oliva guns him down at third. Here's Cruz, 0 for 1. 1-6-1. He strikes him out, and the inning is over. So, Mario Mendoza runs him out of the inning. It's now 3-0 still here in the 4th inning. That was the first hit from Seattle. But Mendoza turned it into an out. Testing the arm of Tony Oliva. All right, George Middlewald to lead it off. He's 0 for 1. 3-1-5. There's a base hit into right. Middlewald's on with a base hit. That'll bring up Rick Rennick. Rennick singled his first time up. 3-1-4. There's a drive into the gap. This is going to get down. Jones can't get to it. Rounding third is Mitterwald. And he's going to put the brakes on and stop at third. So Rennick doubles, and the Twins have 2 runners on with nobody out. And that might be it for Abbott. As Cardenas comes up. Man, everybody's tired. And they have no pitching. They're going to stay with Abbott. Second and third. Infield comes in to try to stop the Twins from scoring any more here in this game. Pitch. 4-5-5. Ground ball to short. Oh, it's a slow grounder. Now they're going to go for the lead runner. Lead runner going home to get Mitterwald. And they got him. Nice play by Mendoza as they cut down Mitterwald coming home. First and third with 1 out. Infield, they're going to play in at the corners. Middle infield looking for the double play. Even Cesar Tovar doesn't hit into many double plays. Well, he's got a couple 35s in column 1 though. Here's the pitch. 5-3-6. And that's going to be a walk. He walks the bases loaded. Now they will play halfway. Oh, God. It doesn't get any easier. Rod Carew coming up, and that's going to be it for Abbott. They're going to go to the lefty Hinton here in the 4th. Rich Hinton, the left-hander, comes in to pitch to Carew. As Carew doubled in home 2 runs last time. He's got more RBIs out there right now. Here's the pitch. 5-4-1. Fly ball, right field. Roberts, it's pretty shallow. Rennick is going to stay put. And he'll make the catch for the second out. Here's Tony Oliva. 2 outs, 4-1-6. Ground ball to second. That'll get him out of the inning. Good job by Hinton to get him out of a huge jam there. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 3-0. Twins on top. Here's Rupert Jones to lead it off. Jones walked his first time up. The pitch. 2-3-6. He popped him up in foul ground. Carew's going to go in behind first and make the catch near the stands. There's one away. Here comes Bruce Bochy. He's 0 for 1. 4-3-5. On the ground, deep in the hole, Cardenas backhands it. Throws. And they got him. Nice play by Leo Cardenas for the second out. I'll bring up Willie Horton. Horton flew out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. 3-2-4. That's going to be a short fly to left. In comes Alia. He'll make the catch. And the inning is over. Seattle goes quietly in the fourth. We head to the fifth. 3-0 Twins. Here's Harmon Killebrew to lead it off against the left-hander. And that's going to get out of here quickly. Home run, Harmon Killebrew. This one's way back into the second deck. A towering home run for Harmon Killebrew. And it's 4-0. I knew I should have took the lefty out of there, but they left him in. They're going to bring in Odell Jones. Him and his 6.07 ERA, but he can pitch a few innings at least. Here's Alia to lead it off. 5-2-4. Fly ball center field. Rupert Jones is there. He's got it. One away. It'll bring up Rich Reese. Reese 0 for 1. He's walked and popped out. 4-1-4. On the ground to short. Mendoza fields it over to first. 2 away. It's going to leave it up to Mitterwald. Mitterwald, 5-6-3. Fly ball center field. Jones, he's there. He's got it, and the inning's over. 1-2-3. Go the Twin. Or I'm sorry, it wasn't 1-2-3. It was a leadoff homer from Harmon Killebrew, and then 3 in a row by Odell Jones to get out of the inning. So 4-0. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Zepp back out there. He has pitched well for the Twins. Here's Dan Meyer to lead it off. Meyer 0 for 1. 3-1-1. There's a liner caught by the center fielder Tovar. Didn't have to move much and makes the grab for the first out. Here's Leon Roberts. 2-3-3. And he struck him out. That's the third strikeout from Zepp. 2 outs, nobody on, and here comes Pachorik. 3-3-2. There's a line shot that's going to get over the head of Tovar, and Pachorik's going to race into third, standing up. As the ball bounces away from Tovar, but by the time he got it in, Pachorik was already on third, so a 2-out triple for Tom Pachorik. It's a big run right there for the Seattle Mariners. Bob Stinson stands in. The pitch. 6-4-1. This should get the run in. Nope. Yes, it's a base hit. Base hit into left field. Into score comes Pachorik, and the Seattle Mariners are on the board here in the fifth. 4-1. Going to bring up Mendoza. 3-6-5. Liner caught by the shortstop. Cardenas, inning over. Mendoza hit it hard, but could not get it through the infield. And Mariners answered the home run by Killebrew with a run in the bottom of the fifth. It's 4-1 as we head to the sixth. Here's Rick Rennick. 2 for 2 today for Rick Rennick. A single and a double. 6-3-6. It's a little short fly to left. Pachorik coming in a couple steps. Makes the grab for the first out. Here's Cardenas. 3-4-5. Possible rare play. It's a 5. That is a rare play. And then a 6 and a 4. Base on balls. Now we get the rare play. It's a possible pickoff. Uh-oh. It's going to be an error on Odell Jones. Throws it away. And Cardenas moves on to second on the pickoff attempt by Jones. So Cardenas at second base with one out now for Cesar Tovar. He's been on base. He's 0 for 1, but he's been on base. Let's see. He was hit by a pitch. He's walked. He has an RBI on a fielder's choice. So he's had an eventful day for not having any hits. There's a 1-5-2. Got him on strikes. Big strikeout there from Odell Jones. And here comes Carew. Carew, 1 for 3. The pitch. 2-3-6. Got him. Odell Jones gets Carew on strikes. And the inning is over. Twins strand a runner at second. We head to the bottom of the sixth. It's a 3-run lead. Seattle needs to really get some offense going here. Here's Julio Cruz to lead it off. 0 for 2 today. 3-5-6. There's a liner. This is going to be extra bases. Tovar can't get it. Cruz on his way to third, and he's going to slide into third with a triple. Second triple of the game for the Mariners. And Cruz finally breaks out with a big leadoff triple. That's an important run. I don't know why the infield's playing in. They're going to play back. They're going to give up a run for it out. Here comes Rupert Jones. The pitch to Rupert. 1-2-6. There's a ground ball, first base. Reese will take it to the bag and get the out. Into score comes Cruz, and it's 4-2. Very big run there for the Mariners. Here's Bruce Bochy. The pitch, 1-2-4. Ground ball, first base again. Reese takes it. No, he's going to flip it over to the pitcher covering for the out. 2 away here in the sixth, and here comes Willie Horton. 5-4-5. And hit a little chopper towards short. Cardenas gloves it over to first, and the inning's over. But they get a run. Julio Cruz triples and comes home on the ground out to make it 4-2. So Seattle's still in this one. Here's Tony Oliva to lead it off for the Twins here in the seventh. He is 1 for 3. 6-4-6. There's a drive way back. Gone. Way out of here and right. Tony Oliva with a solo shot makes it 5-2. They get that run right back. And they extend their lead to 3 again. Here comes Killebrew. 2-3-2. And he strikes him out. Odell Jones. Here's Alia. He is 0 for 3. 6-2-2. There's a drive. Base hit. Line single into center field. And Alia's on for Rich Reese. Reese 0 for 2. 1-6-6. That's a bouncer back to the mound. This could be 2. Jones fields it. Throws it to second for 1. Back to first, not in time. A fielder's choice for Rich Reese. It's going to make it 2 outs for George Mitterwald. Mitterwald 1 for 3 on the day. Oop. Gonna re-roll that. 1-5-2. He struck him out, inning over, but they get the run on the Tony Oliva home run, and they lead it 5-2. We go to the 7th, bottom of the 7th. Dan Meyer to lead it off. Zepp still out there. The pitch to Meyer. 1-3-5. He struck him out. 1 away. Here's Leon Roberts, 0 for 1. He's walked and struck out. 6-1-5. There's a fly ball. Right field, deep, but not too deep. Oliva's there at the right in front of the track. Will make the catch for the second out. 2 outs, nobody on, and here's Tom Paciorek. Paciorek has one of the 2 triples hit today by the Seattle Mariners. He's 1 for 2. 6-3-1. And he struck him out. Inning over. Zepp. 7 strong innings. We head to the top of the 8th. And Odell Jones still in the ballgame. He has given them some innings, but he has allowed a couple runs on the long ball. Killebrew and Oliva. No, wait. He didn't give up the Killebrew home run. He just gave up the Oliva home run. So here comes Rick Rennick, who's got 2 hits today. 2 for 3. The pitch. 5-1-6. And ball 4. He walked him. A leadoff walk. And that's going to bring up Leo Cardenas. Cardenas is 0 for 1. He's walked twice today. 5-6-3. There's a roll on the M chart. A 51. And then a 5. That's going to be a wild pitch. So that means Odell Jones has a wild pitch 0. And on to second, we'll go with Rennick. With nobody out, they're going to lay one down here, I think. Get that insurance run. 1, and then a 5-1. He got it down. Nice bunt from Cardenas, and on to third will go Rennick. Infield coming in. And here's Tovar. 5-2-1. Fly ball, not deep enough. Roberts makes the catch. Rennick will stay put. 2 away, and that'll bring up Carew, and that might be it for Jones. They're going to go with Shane Raleigh, the left-hander, to face Rod Carew here in the 8th. Carew's got a 2-run double in 4 trips. The pitch. 2-5-5. He popped him up into foul ground behind the bag at first and makes the catch for the third out. Julio Cruz gloves it for the final out. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 3-run lead for the Twins. Time is running out for the Mariners. Here's Bob Stinson to lead it off. He is 1 for 2 on the day. 3-4-6. Possible rare play. That is going to be a 6. That's a possible hit. The throw, and not in time. Oh, pulls the first baseman off the bag. They're going to give him a hit, but Zepp made a bad throw, and that might be it for him. Mendoza coming up. Twins have some good bullpen here. Stan Williams might be the one they go with here. He'll come in. And Mendoza might be pinch hit for. Joe Simpson will come in to pinch hit against Stan Williams. 283, 2 homers, and 265 at-bats in 1979. The pitch, 1-4-4. Ground ball, this could be 2. Flips it to second for 1. Back to first, double play. As Stan Williams does his job. Gets the pinch hitter to hit into the 4-6-3 double play. 2 outs, nobody on, and here comes Julio Cruz, the leadoff batter. 1 for 3. 5-5-5. There's going to be an infield single from Cruz. Roll on the M chart is going to be a 56 and a 4. That's a balk. They're going to call a balk on Stan Williams, so that's going to put a runner in scoring position now for Rupert Jones. Uh-oh, 2-2-5. Just outside of his hands. That's going to... Oh, Oliva's going to make a nice diving grab to save the run. Rupert Jones made a bid, lined one towards the line in right field, but Tony Oliva runs it down, leaves his feet, and makes the grab. That would have easily scored a run. New shortstop is going to be Larry Milbourne for the Mariners. We go to the top of the 9th. Raleigh will face Tony Oliva. 5-6-4. Fly ball, center field. Rupert Jones there. He's got it, 1 away. And do we leave the lefty in to face Killebrew here? We are going to. The pitch from Raleigh. And 6-3-5. Got him on strikes. Off-speed pitch. Way out in front. Strikes out Killebrew. 2 outs. Nobody on. And I'll leave it up to Brant Alia. 5-3-6. And he walked him. 2-out walk. We'll bring up Reese. 5-5-1. Another walk. Raleigh. He's got 2 runners on with 2 outs for George Mitterwald. 4-4-5. Ground ball to short. This should end the inning. Milbourne's got it over to first, and the side is retired. Last chance for the Seattle Mariners. It's either score 3 or 4 or go home. Bruce Bochy to lead it off. He's 0 for 3. 6-6-6. Look at this. Shaded gray. So 14 or higher is going to be out of here. And it's gone. Bruce Bochy delivers with a Solo shot just over the wall and right. And it's 5-3. They needed that. They could have used it earlier, but they'll take it now. It's a 2-run lead. Here's Horton. 3-5-2. Liner towards left. Alia makes the grab for the first out. Horton 0 for 4 today. Here's Dan Meyer. Another 0 for 3 for Meyer. The pitch 6-4-3. Drilled, base hit into right. And he'll hold. Oliva fires it into second. One hopper into second base to keep Meyer at first. One out. Man on for Leon Roberts. 5-3-6. He walked him. So all of a sudden, it's getting a little nerve-wracking here at the Kingdome. Crowd has something to cheer about here as Tom Paciorek steps in. He's tripled today, 1 for 3. He's got 2 runners on. The tying run is at first base. The pitch, 2-4-4. And that's a fly ball to center. Tovar caps under it, makes the grab, 2 away. And that's going to leave it up to Bob Stinson. Stinson's got a couple hits today. Driven in a run. The pitch, 4-3-2. This should do it. Popped him up. Killebrew's there. He's got it. And the game is over. The series is over. The Twins sweep the Seattle Mariners 4 games to none. And they will move on as they win this one 5-3. The Mariners made it kind of exciting there at the end, but in all, the Twins were just too much for this Mariners club. Another fine pitching performance. Zepp went 7 strong, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits, struck out 5. Glenn Abbott, meanwhile, was roughed up. He took the loss. 3 in the 3rd innings, pitched, allowed 3 runs on 5 hits. Let's see what the series stats look like here. Twins hit .317 in the series, clubbed 7 home runs, including 3 by Harmon Killebrew. Series MVP would have to be Killebrew. I would think Crew hit .529, drove in 5. He might be up there too. But I think Killebrew, with his 3 home runs, 7 RBI, hit .389. He should take home the MVP. All 4 starters get wins. Jim Perry, the only one with an ERA over 3. But their ERA was 2.25 in the 4 games. Meanwhile, the Seattle Mariners hit .250. Their only hitter that played every day was Leon Roberts, who hit .308. Paciorek only played a couple games when the DH was in play. He hit .444. And Larry Milbourne only played 1 game. Hit .333. So 6.88 ERA in the 4 games for the Mariners pitchers. Not good. That won't win you many games. So there you go. Bill Zepp they gave the game MVP to Bill Zepp for his great start. But Harmon Killebrew takes home the series MVP as the Twins sweep the Mariners here in the first round. Thanks for watching. We'll see you for the next series. Take care.